Hello friends, it's Nails by Ray and welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are having a beautiful day, and if you're new here, welcome to your new favorite nail channel. Today it is all about Gel X nails for beginners. As you can see, I am showing off my Gel X nails. I will always have two different nail sets on both hands. That's just kind of my thing here on my channel. But we are going to get into everything you need to do Gel X nails for beginners. First things first, you need nails, of course, obviously, but you do need some cuticle pushers. I have these two. Actually, you just need one, but I have two because I have multiples of everything. And also, it's a dual-ended one, so the scraper on the other end helps to clean off your nails after you've pushed the cuticles back, which is very good to make sure you have a good base to start off with your nails. Next, you are going to need some cuticle clippers. So these I use after I've pushed my cuticles back to clip any extra cuticle skin that I have. Try to be very careful with this because it is sharp and you do not want to cut yourself before you start your nails. Next, you're going to need some tweezers. Sometimes there are little hairs that fall into my gel polish, so it's great to have some tweezers to pluck that out, or just to do any minor editing to your nails. So I have 50 hand files, but I'm going to show you two. Oh, sorry, not two, three. It was hiding behind this one. But I have an 80 by 80 hand grit file. I also have 180 hand grit file, and then I also have one that is just 100 hand grit. It just depends on what I'm doing. When I'm working with my natural nail, I like to work with the higher grits because that's not as coarse. 80 by 80 is the grittiest one that I've ever had. So that one I use for polygel or just really rough stuff. But now here is my nail clipper. So I use this when I want to clip my nails down short, but I usually do long nails on this channel, so I don't always use this, but it's great to have if you're a short nail girly. So I'm going to show you some of my nail tips. So this one is my medium coffin one. This is the one that I actually used on the nails that I'm wearing right now. And they come in a bunch of sizes. I believe there are 11 different sizes from size 0 to size 12. And I use this one. I consider it coffin slash square-ish. I also have my medium stilettos. They're labeled as medium. I call them my longer stiletto ones. But I love these ones. And I also like how sometimes on the inside some of these nail tips are pre-buffed, which is really great. It makes the job so much easier. So for those of you who like short nails, they're labeled as extra long on the box, but that is incorrect. These are very short. These are the short almond nails. And for time's sake, I'm only going to be showing a few of my nail tips. I have so many, but these are just the ones that I thought was good to show, just so you guys can see the variety of the different nail tips that I have and that you can use for Gel X. And lastly, I'm going to show you my longer square nail tips, and I haven't actually used these ones yet. I'm not too big of a fan of square, but I still like to have them just in case one day I decide to create a square nail set. If anything, I'm more of a tapered square type of person, so on my channel you'll see tapered square, almond shape, and stiletto nail shapes. So before you start your nails, you have to protect them. I have these UV protecting gloves. I have them in black, and I have these pink ones. I also have another set of pink ones because these ones are old and I need to replace them. And on the hand that does the nail art, whichever one it is, I will wear gloves on that hand because you don't want to get gel polish on your natural nail. You don't want to get gel polish on your skin, and you definitely don't want to leave it on there for too long. I also have some sunscreen, so the gloves I have are fingerless, so on the exposed skin I put sunscreen on there because I'm entering my hand inside of a nail lamp constantly, so you need to protect that. Moving on to nail tip application, I have my Burano 3-in-1 gel polish. You can use this for 3 different things like nail glue, you can use it as a slip solution, and you can use it as a base coat. And so this is what I've been using for my Gel X nails forever, honestly. but recently I've discovered the Savvyland Extend Gel, and I love this. I use this Extend Gel on the nails I have now, and it's pretty thick, which it gives you time to put the nail on and kind of fit it and make sure it's straight before curing, and I think that's amazing. They also have a solid Extend Gel version, which does the same thing except it's a lot more solid, and you can actually dip the nail tip in there to scoop it out, and it's not as messy as you might think it is. I think it's great. I've used this Extend Gel before as well. And you also want to do some nail prep dehydrator and some primer. This should have been in my nail prep section, but I forgot to include it earlier. But this is also very important to make sure your nails are lasting a long time, or as long as possible. So now I am going to introduce you to my polishes. We're starting off with base coat. As I mentioned before, the Burano 3-in-1 base coat is also a base coat, so I use that too. I have some base coats from Decor and Blue Sky. I have so many, so I will be showing you a few of these. These are my many top coats. I love a no wipe soak off top coat, so these are the different brands that I've been using. And I don't do matte looks too often, but I do like to matte my nails in between designs for application purposes, so here's some matte coat if you're interested. Now this is only just the beginning, but look at all these damn gel polishes I have. I am recording this on my phone so I can show you inside of one of my drawers, and this is just some of the gel polishes that I have, and it goes back further, all the way back there. Like, look at all this stuff. Like, it's insane. But these are all the different ones that I have, different colors, of course, and yeah. Part 2 of my gel polishes, I have mainly my like cat eye and my jelly polishes and metallic ones in here. I also have like a polish that I use on my natural nails to strengthen them in between nail sets. And I also have a latex polish. It's not like gel, it's just to protect the skin when you're working with certain stuff. Part 3 of my unorganized nail collection. These are all of my Blue Sky polishes. They sent 168 gel polishes, and yes, I swatched all of them. But I have no place to put them right now, so they're just in a bin. And yes, this is all of those colors. They also sent like a matte top coat, 2 top coats, and a base coat. So I have a variety of different colors, and honestly, this is like nail heaven right here. Now moving on to tools. This is my trusty LED UV nail lamp. It is crusty, I know, and I'm sorry, but it still works, and I'm going to use it until it's dead. I use this for my polygel and my gel X. It is very powerful and has a high wattage. So I have this gooseneck UV lamp that I use specifically for gluing on my nail tips because I don't have to like put my hand inside anything, so it helps just to move it around. And it also just folds really easily and stuff like that. And I have one from Savvyland that's not a gooseneck, but it also helps as a flash cure type of lamp, which is similar to this one. This is the one that I got in the Savvyland Gel X kit that they gave me. And then I have another one that's also from Savvyland that's also a flash cure lamp, which I got like literally a day ago, so I'll link it here. So not everyone is into nail art, but if you are, I'm going to show you some of the stuff that I use for it, which are my nail art glues. So these are rhinestone glues. They're not just for rhinestones, they're for anything like charms and stuff like that. But I have different types, and I also have a solid nail glue gel. It works for gluing down charms and to also create 3D charms. And speaking of 3D, I use this IBD hard gel to create 3D designs, and I will show you the brushes that I use to do these things later on. To create the marble effect, I use blooming gel, and I've been using this Mia Secret one for years. Here are some of my liner art gels. I use these to create like a French tip. I have white, black, metallic gold, metallic silver, and like a metallic rose gold color. And then I also have a set of colors that are just like the ones I showed, but these are like rainbow shades. I haven't used these too much. If anything, I haven't used these at all actually. But they're just here because I have a problem and I love to buy nail stuff even if I don't know if I'll use them or not. And these are the nail art brushes that I use. I know I mentioned that earlier. The black ones down there, I use that for my 3D nail art. And then these ones I'm holding, I have these brushes that I use for my pigment powders and chromes. And then these are all a variety of different length brushes. This one is a very unique one that I use for blending, which can also be used to create an ombre design or to brush out aura design if I'm not doing the airbrush method. And then the rest of these are just different lengths of my brushes. So I have some shorter length ones and longer length ones. That orange one actually broke. Pretend you didn't see that. But I have so many different brushes depending on what design you want to do. Sometimes you need a longer brush and sometimes you need a shorter one. See, these right here are silicone tools, but I really haven't used these like ever. They work well with a solid nail glue gel, but I have not perfected the jelly flowers or jelly art design using these yet, so stay tuned. Maybe one day I'll do them. And here is my mixing plate that I use to mix a bunch of different gel polishes together when I am creating nail art designs. These are a couple of dotting tools that I have to create some dotting designs. So I've used this in several of my videos, and so these are the tools that you use for that. And sometimes if you want to create like a croc print design, you can use blooming gel together and create that. So at the end of your nail set, you'll want to wipe off the tacky layer if you don't use a no wipe top coat, and I use this with lint-free wipes. And this is a 91% isopropyl alcohol. I'll take the lint-free wipe and I'll push it down on the nozzle to get some of the alcohol out, and I'll wipe my nail with it. So going deeper into my bag of secrets, I have some chrome powders. So I've used chrome and pigment powders on my channel so many times. I'm a huge fan of chrome. And when I finally learned how to do it, it was over. I was using it on damn near every nail set. So these are a bunch of pigment powders that I got, and it comes in a set that I got off of Amazon, and there's so many colors. Like, there's just so many. I'm gonna pull them all out for you guys, but it's just like a whole rainbow of nail heaven when it comes to these chromes. And here are even more chromes. Do not judge that they're in a plastic bag. I have some of my stuff in Ziplocs because, like I mentioned, I am unorganized when it comes to my nail collection. But look at all these colors. So these ones are labeled as chromes when I got these in a set on Amazon. And then the ones that I showed you right before this, those are considered pigment powders, even though some of the shades are like a glittery chrome color. So I do use those two phrases interchangeably. So these are the last things I'm going to show you when it comes to my nail decor. These are only some of the gems and rhinestones and charms that I use. And I emphasize some because I have a whole heaping mess of these. I love these. I really do. I have some dried flowers. I have some red ones. I've actually used these to do like a Halloween makeup look once. But I also have these jewelry pieces. They're gold and silver, and I use this to pierce my nail and do like little nail jewelry on my nails. It's weird, but I've done it before, and I will definitely be trying to get another video out where I do this, maybe like a future Halloween nail set. When it comes to nail art and decor, this is like the easiest thing you can do to add some spice to your nails, even if you don't want to do any like intricate nail art and all that other extra stuff that I do. Oh, you thought I was done? Oh no. I have more rhinestones. I felt it was necessary to show you guys this little kit. It's so cute, and it came with like different shaped rhinestones packaged in like little tiny clear bags. comes with a wax stick and picker so that you can adjust the gems on your nails and place them down. And at the end of your nail set, you are going to want to use some cuticle oil. This is the cuticle oil that I use before I take my pictures for thumbnails and videos for my TikTok and Instagram. And this one is like honey. It's like a honey oil, and it smells so good and feels great, and like I like to rub it onto my skin. It's great to keep your hand moisturized even though it's mainly for your cuticles. And lastly, I wanted to show you this Savvyland remover. So it removes the glue that I use to glue down my nails when I do gel X. So you'll just have to spray it after you've gotten a considerable amount of growth on your nails, and then you'll be able to use a cuticle stick to kind of to loosen it up and to lift it and remove your nails. And that is it. Thank you so much for watching.